Dogs go through developmental stages similar to humans, and canine adolescence typically occurs around 6 months to 2 years of age, depending on the breed and size of the dog. In this video, you will learn about the signs that could indicate your dog is in its adolescent stage. If your dog is going through this stage, tell us how you've experienced it in the comments. Let's get started. Your dog will test your limits. During the adolescent stage, dogs often test the boundaries set by their owners as a natural part of their development. This can manifest in various ways, such as selective disobedience, increased independence, and seeking control. A common example is when a dog that previously responded diligently to commands like sit or stay now shows reluctance or occasional ignorance. It might seem like the dog is challenging established authority, but in reality, it is exploring the limits to understand how firm the established structure is. Imagine a dog that always sat when asked, but suddenly, when you're about to unleash it for a walk, it decides to stay standing, staring at you. This seemingly defiant action could be its way of testing whether the rule of sitting before going out is still mandatory, or if it can now get what it wants without obeying that order. They want to explore everything. During adolescence, dogs often show an increase in curiosity and exploration of their surroundings. This period is characterized by a greater attention to the stimuli in their environment. You may notice that your dog shows a keener interest in new smells, sounds, places, and objects. This renewed curiosity can lead it to investigate more intensely, sniff deeper in familiar areas, or show a particular interest in places it previously barely noticed. For example, a teenage dog that used to walk beside you without paying much attention to the scenery might now stop more frequently, sniff around, and explore the surroundings more thoroughly during walks. It might stop to investigate bushes, follow scent trails more intensely, or observe objects it previously overlooked. This increased exploration is part of their natural development as they try to better understand the world around them. Their energy increases. During the canine adolescent stage, it's common to observe a notable increase in a dog's energy. This phase is characterized by vitality and enthusiasm that are more intense compared to their previous behavior. You might notice that your dog becomes more restless, active, and playful than it used to be. For example, it might be more prone to running back and forth in the park, playing with greater intensity, or constantly seeking activities that require a higher energy expenditure. A specific example could be a dog that, during its puppyhood, enjoyed long walks but at a moderate pace, now showing growing urgency and enthusiasm during those walks. It might run back and forth, stop to sniff more things, or try to engage in more energetic games during outdoor time. This increased energy is a normal part of growth, as young dogs seek to burn extra energy and discover their physical limits as they mature. Physical changes occur. During adolescence, dogs experience a series of notable physical changes that reflect their ongoing development. These changes can vary depending on the breed, but generally speaking, during this growth phase, it's common to observe an increase in the dog's height and weight. For example, a puppy that used to be small and light might now show significant growth in size and musculature. Besides body growth, changes in the coat are also common. Some dogs may experience more intense shedding as they develop their adult coat, which could result in more hair around the home during this period. You might also notice changes in the texture or color of the coat as it matures. Another relevant physical change during canine adolescence is the loss of puppy teeth to make way for permanent teeth. This process, known as teething, can cause discomfort in some dogs, leading them to chew more objects to relieve gum discomfort. They can become more territorial. This change can manifest in various ways, such as becoming more protective or reactive when interacting with other dogs. For example, a dog that used to get along well with its canine companions in the park might now show signs of intolerance, such as growling, excessive barking, or even attempts to confront if another dog approaches its personal space. Imagine a dog that, during its puppy stage, used to play without problems with other dogs in a park. However, now, during adolescence, this same dog might exhibit territorial behavior when other dogs approach its usual play area. It might start marking its territory more frequently, appear more tense, or even become aggressive if another dog gets too close, showing a defensive attitude towards what it considers its space. This territorial behavior is part of the maturation process and can be managed with proper training, controlled exposure to other dogs, and positive reinforcement to encourage peaceful interactions. Hormonal changes. This stage is characterized by sexual maturation and the production of hormones that impact behavior and health. In unneutered males, it's common to observe behaviors such as urine marking, where they lift their leg to mark territory more frequently. They might also exhibit a more intense interest in seeking females in heat and can become more aggressive or territorial with other males in competition for mating. In the case of unspayed females, you might notice changes in their menstrual cycle. During heat, they can present vaginal bleeding and behaviors such as becoming more affectionate, restless, or showing interest in males. These hormonal changes can influence your dog's behavior and, in some cases, might lead to unwanted behaviors. However, spaying or neutering can help control these hormonal behaviors, reduce the likelihood of certain diseases, and contribute to a more balanced and calm behavior in the pet. The advice we give you is to be patient and understanding. This phase can be challenging for both the dog and the owner, as behavioral changes and boundary testing occur. It's essential to understand that these changes are normal and part of your pet's growth process. Patience plays a crucial role in facing challenging behaviors. Staying calm and avoiding impulsive or negative reactions helps manage difficult situations. Remember that your dog is learning and adapting to a world that constantly changes for them. As they explore and try to understand their environment, they are likely to make mistakes or challenge previously established rules. Understanding means recognizing that your dog is not acting defiantly intentionally, but is going through a developmental stage. Providing a safe, affectionate environment with clear boundaries, along with continued education and positive reinforcement, will help them overcome this phase. Understanding that this stage is temporary and that, over time, your dog will mature and stabilize can give you a more positive perspective. What do you think? Here's a video that YouTube suggests is ideal for you. Well, that's all for now. Until next time.